protest, but they keep that quiet. And they keep it quiet because of a few things. Number one, property values. Number two is they don't want the bad publicity to the people that are coming in town here. This is a perfect community. You know, we got good schools. All the kids are preppy. They're on the lacrosse team and whatever. So the war on drugs is now coming home to roost in the sense of with the fentanyl deaths. And a lot of white suburban people are starting to say that, understand what's going on here. Because that could be your son or daughter. You don't have to be a party girl or a party boy or anything like that. All it takes is one bad batch. Now they want to talk about compassion, understanding, and treatment. But when it was black people, they were like, lock those niggers up. Lock them up. You got to get cuff on them. And my manager, every once in a while, he's a good man overall, but he lets it slip sometimes. And he said, God, you know, that there was a lacrosse player, nice, you know, white boy from UMass. He died of a supposed overdose. And I don't wish death on anyone. And he said, God, he had everything. We got to stop this. And I said, where were you 20 years ago? Well, you know, I was raising my family. When it comes to starts hitting the suburbs, the rural areas, captain of the football team, captain of the cheerleading squad, now they want compassion, understanding, and treatment. I was at the gas station. I heard a message about that. I was like, where was all that compassion treatment several years ago? And I called out a lot of companies, and I do this on LinkedIn a lot of companies that now diversity, inclusion, social justice is the in thing amongst a lot of corporations right now. And I called out one of my corporations who, and everyone's like, why do you keep bringing that up? I said, well, it's the hypocrisy that bothers me. Some people don't like liars. Some people don't like people that steal. For me, it's hypocrites. Now, I'm no angel. I don't ever try to pretend I'm an angel. I'm, you know, I went to college for money. I work in what I do for now for money, and I work hard for it.
Yeah.
But
I'm
you can't
live
have a
on
senior
Twitter,
level white
Facebook,
female
and
laughingly
YouTube.
dropping the word nigger while she's smoking weed in front of me and 5 of my coworkers. I file a discriminant complaint with Massachusetts Attorney General's office,
Never thought of that.
MCAT, OSHA, and then talk about
you
how
just
now
live stream on your Facebook.
we're diverse. The company now is promoting diversity and inclusion. They know about it. She knows about it. And then they told me one time I got to watch my language. Now, I'm always, as a black man working in white corporate America, I've always had to just watch my language. Even if it's there, you got to turn a blind eye to it. You got to kind of suck it up. If you got a job to do, especially what I do in sales, you got a job to do. So you got to turn the blind eye and say, hey, well, you know what? That's just the way it is. But meaning Diane and some of the people in my group, Giselle, you know, gave me a chance to, you know, speak out on some of these things, and Cynthia and the kiddies, because it's there. There is systemic racism in this country. And I think if I wasn't a black guy who grew up in Summers from a good family, quote unquote good family, parents, you know, married 53 years, that if my name was Jamal Meeks from Hartford with a single mother, I'd probably be in jail right now. I went to Bentley, and they can kind of say, well, you know, we can't send all of you guys to jail. We're going to need a couple of you guys out here. You're well-spoken. You're clean cut. You know? You speak so well. I get that all the time.
Oh, my God, yo, so yes. Well.
You know, and I said, sorry, boss. Are you sick, boss? Okay, boss. I'll get right over there with boss. I joke around about that. He said, don't say that. That's racist. And I said, okay, I won't joke around with you anymore. But my point to you is there is systemic racism, and with cell phones and the media, and you can't hide it anymore. And even with the shootings, which has been very disturbing, to put race aside for a minute, our country is sick. It's so sick. This doesn't happen in Canada. It doesn't happen in Great Britain. Okay, violence is throughout the world. We all know that. I'm not you know, pie in the sky, but this level of violence, seeing those poor kids down in Texas, I couldn't sleep that night, and I cried that morning. And you know, that can happen anywhere, and that's another thing. Drugs, addiction, anything can happen anywhere to anybody. Shootings right now, what's the scary part, what people realize that could be your son or daughter at Miss Porter's, the prep school. That could happen in Greenwich. It could happen in Long Meadow. It could happen in Summers or Ellington. This country is so sick, and I don't have all the answers, but I think the fact that we are talking about it And one of my professors at Bentley told me there's no turning back, okay, because we have a lot of issues in this country, economic and so forth. My father gets upset when I keep quoting Malcolm X about the chickens are coming home to roost. But they are coming home to roost. They really are. If you don't see that, gas prices, inflation, the endless, unprecedented wars around this country, around this world. I'm going to invade this country in the name of democracy, white man's burden, trying to spread democracy out when our country's sick at home. Take care of your own house. And it's so funny because a lot of my foreign students, they said, Mark, I've been waiting for this for the past 10, 15 years. I came to get educated here because I hate Americans. When he said Americans, I want to be honest with you, he's talking about white Americans. He said their arrogance, their sense of I'm better than you. That arrogance.
The police are here.
You know, that they've been talking about. They said I'm happy. So you're all right. I understand what you guys been through, but I hate Americans. I said, why are you here? He said, I'm educated because my father from Brazil or from the Middle East wanted me to get educated here and to run the business. He wants me educated in the world. So the world looks at America.
Now, if I have
Still sick the country is. And I keep saying every morning, I said the chickens are coming home to roost. Black people, we tells them. I took care of him though. I took care of him in a different way, but he was having affairs with female coworkers, and I made sure his wife knew about it.
nice.
True. I'm no angel, but I'm just saying I had to let and his 3 daughters know about it. You stab me in the back, I'm gonna stab you in the chest. Not literally, but you know what I'm saying. My point is that it's there. It's in every industry. And hiring one black person among 80 people does not make you diverse. That just means that you gotta have we gotta hire one black person. Anyway, with that, I'll wrap up.
Is anyone else before me?
Is anybody else who wants to speak? Is anyone else going to step up? Okay. Well, then I'll go.
Okay.
No, this is like things I'm going to read.
Oh. Oh, yeah.
So we thank you guys for coming today. I did a lot of certain research. Don't worry, I'm not going to read all of them. But I wanted to get you, there are certain things that I needed. According to the United States Department of Justice, in 2020, they tracked the department tracks hate crimes, and their crimes against persons were 90, crimes against property were 35. Crimes against society were 1. All in the state of Connecticut. Bias motivation. Uh, why do people create the hate? First was race at 65. Religion at 18. Sexual orientation at 15. Disability at 4. With a total of 102. Around the country in that year, they read was, if it said we stand for the security and prosperity of white New Englanders. Group is building a network of like-minded men and women dedicated to defending their land and their people. So they're getting more violent. Now in here, I also had some of the names of the hate groups. That was what I thought it's really important to know who they are. So I'm just looking for that. This was, it's here, and who they hate. Yep, it's in here. This was from the Southern Poverty Law Center. In 2021, 7 groups were tracked in Connecticut for being hate groups, including the Act for American Second Chapter, which was for anti-Muslims. They want to target anti-Muslim. The other one was the Israeli Light School of Universal Practical Knowledge. They hate everybody. It's general hate, it says. The Manor Bund is a white nationalist group. There were there was other groups as well, like the Union. So there are other groups as well, which I can share with you. So if you're interested. But I'm sorry. Say again.
The Patriot Front.
Patriot Front. Yeah. Does anybody else know of any other hate groups in Connecticut?
I would say Hillsdale College.
Hillsdale College, and where is that?
Summers. Yes,
Summers.
Summers, yeah.
One of the good things is there was talk. There's a UConn School of Law has been very involved in doing things helpful, and this came according to Dean Ashby Wilson, who's a member of the Connecticut Hate Crimes Advisory Council. Hate crimes are on the rise and will increase even for as election gets nearer. We will be having more incidents of violence as the election becomes nearer. Currently, more than 50% of hate crimes are not reported. It says it was interesting. Connecticut ranks 20th in hate crimes across the nation.